What's good, boys? Let's fucking go! Let's go, baby! I don't even know why I'm so hyped. I really don't know why I am hyped. I think it's the ADHD kicking. But, welcome back to another YouTube video. Let's fucking go. Gotta show off with the energy. That's how we start the day, even though it's night. That's how we keep it going, all right? Anyways, what I wanted to say was, it is currently October 27th, 2025, and today was a crazy day. Like, you never know what is going to happen in life. You don't know. You really don't know what's going to happen. You could wake up tomorrow and be dead. It is crazy what life gives us. It's crazy what can happen in life. We have no clue what is going to happen. We cannot control what is going to happen, but you can to a certain degree, and I'll touch on that a little bit later. However, I just want to say, like 2 years ago, I was deadlifting. I did like 375 without a warm-up. I was ego lifting. I was like, this shit is easy, right? I tried to pick it up, and I basically did, and like 3/4 of the way up, I felt something on my back. I was like, oh shit! I was like, what was that? And it was just, my lower back was just hurting. I felt pain in my hamstrings, and I honestly wanted to cry. That's how bad it hurt. I looked at my homie. I was like, bruh, like, I gotta go to the hospital. So my homie took me to the hospital. We went. Basically, the doctors were like, you need to go to physical therapy, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, I didn't go. I maybe rested like a week, and I kept doing like lower intensity leg workouts. Anyways, about 6 to 8 months later, I was like, all right, let me try to squat heavy again, right? This time I was squatting, and it really wasn't that heavy. It was maybe like a plate and a 25, right? Barbell squat, and I was squatting on my third set. I felt a little pain in my back when I was oh shit, what the hell? Kind of like the same thing I felt a couple years ago, right? Like, or not a couple years ago. The same thing I felt like the 8 months ago when I first tweaked my back, and I was like, whoa. I'm not ready. And ever since then, my lower back was tight. It was hard to touch my toes. And when I put my head down like this, I just felt super tightness and pain. I was like, damn. Anyways, fast forward 2 years later to today. Ever since then, the pain in my lower back basically went away. However, there has been tightness in my hamstrings. Okay? There has been tightness in my hamstrings, and I just kind of stretch every now and then. It's not bad. Anyways, I didn't hurt myself, right? So today I was actually squatting, pistol squatting, only had 10 pounds in my hands, right? So 20 pounds in total. I was pistol squatting. I was on my third set doing my leg day. It was easy. It was fine. Pistol squats are easy. I was going down on my third set, right? I went down, and as soon as I tried to go up, something like popped and snapped, and I instantly fell back. I lost control of my body. I didn't just fall because it hurt. No, I actually lost physical control of my own body. And I was like, what the fuck just happened? I instantly felt pain radiating in my lower back, running down my hamstrings. And I was like, whoa. And I tried to get up, and it hurt. It was hurting to get up. I was able to get up, and then all of a sudden, my legs were shaking. I was like, this is not good. I am so cooked. I had no clue what was wrong. I was like, this is like my injury a while ago. It just doesn't hurt as bad. However, it seems bad. It seems severe. And I went on ChatGPT because I was kind of freaking out. I was like, my legs are shaking. I have pain radiating in my lower back. It is hard to walk. And it was like, basically ChatGPT was like, yeah, bro, you're cooked. You need to go to the hospital. And I was like, damn. So I told my sister, I was like limiting my sister. I was like, yeah, I need to go to the hospital. I fucked up my back. She was trying to call my mom. I was like, don't call mom because mom's gonna freak out. So my mom freaks out, you know, like, I'm not sure if all girls are like that, but most girls freak out when their son is hurt or their daughter is hurt, okay? Anyways, I was like, I'm gonna drive myself to the hospital. She couldn't drive me because she just got some surgery done. Anyways, I drove myself to urgent care, went to the doctor. Turns out, I got an x-ray. They could not do an MRI. So basically it could be a bulge disc. I have to go to the doctor to find out after the MRI. It could just be muscle spasms. However, they did prescribe me some ibuprofen and told me to rest and basically get it checked out. So basically, guys, I'm going to have to do physical therapy to actually fix the problem. Because I asked her, I was like, well, say if it is a bulging disc, can I still squat heavy weight and do deadlift? Even though I don't do it now, but I'm just like, can I still work out heavy? And she's like, yes. However, I had to strengthen my core super strong and strengthen the muscles in my lower back to where my body is stable enough to handle that weight. So once you have a back issue, once you have an issue with your back, like a bulging disc, it will be there forever. However, you can strengthen the muscles around your lower back and your glutes and things like that so you can, live with it. So that's what happened to me today. It hurt very bad, and I'm in my car today. I'm fine. It's hard to get up. It actually is hard to get up, and if I twist a certain way, I'm like, oh shoot. But that's what happened to me today. And I just wanted to say, the reason why I started off with this story was because you never know what's going to happen in life. However, I do believe everything happens for a reason. That is one thing I do believe. Even if someone dies in your family, if everything happens for a reason, guys. And I honestly feel the reason why I tweaked my back today is because I feel like just God and the universe wanted me to hurt it now so I could actually go to physical therapy, strengthen my back now so it doesn't happen later in life down the line and it happens even worse. Because say I just kept doing what I was doing, right? I never did these physical therapy exercises I was supposed to be doing. The injury would just basically get worse and worse over time. However, it was destined to happen today so I can take care of it now. So I'm honestly glad that happened, and it is what it is. Being in this universe, we can only control what happens in the present and what potentially can happen in the future. But I mean, if someone dies or if you get shot or if you hurt yourself like I did today, shit happens sometimes. You get what I'm saying? But how do you react in the present? How do you react when it does happen? When shit does hit the fan? Are you just going to freak out? Are you going to take action and control yourself and actually acknowledge what is happening? Or are you just going to go through the motions and be like, oh man, I hurt my back, whoop-de-doop-de fucking do? No. In that moment, I was like, you know what? I hurt my back. All right, I'm going to go to the doctor, see what's going on, and let's see what we can do about it. Let's see, let's see what I can do to potentially make it better. I wasn't like, oh, I'm cooked. I can't work out. I can't make YouTube videos. I'm going to get small. No, you have to think positively what you can actually, what you can actually control. So going back to the point I said I was going to go on later, let me put on the hoodie because I'm locked in. Whenever the hoodie's on, I'm locked in. I'm locked. So like I was saying from earlier, you can control your reality. You really can. However, you don't want to fiend for it. You don't want to be like, I need to get in shape. I need money. I want to be rich so bad. Oh, that I want the Lambo. I want the Urus. Like, you can't fiend for it. You have to already know it's going to happen. If you want to be a millionaire, if you want to be jacked, you have to think, okay, how would this jacked version of me behave? What habits would he be doing every single day? How would he speak? How would he interact with others? How would he articulate his words? How would this millionaire self of me, what kind of things would this person be doing every single day? How efficient would they be? You have to actually think about that. And once you think about it, then you can actually implement into your real day-to-day life. But you can't just be like, oh, I wish I was rich, or I wish I had a 10 out of 10 baddie next to my side, or I wish I had abs, or I wish I wasn't skinny or super fat. The reason why you're at the situation where you are right now is literally because it is your fault. Don't blame anybody else other than yourself. And that's okay. Not all of us are where we want to be. However, what we can control is how we are going to react moving forward. How are you going to react moving forward? How are you going to fix your current situation right now? There's two types of people. There are people who are just going to keep complaining, keep wishing they had it, say, oh, I wish I could do that. I wish I could be a millionaire. I wish I could get a Bugatti. I wish I could get the six-pack abs, and just keep living their fucking life miserable. Or you could be the person that's like, he has a Lambo. I could have a Lambo too. Oh, he has a big chest, big arms, and a six-pack, and a baddie next to him. I could do that too. That's the type of person, that's the type of mindset you have to have if you want to be successful. That's the type of spirit you have to have, because if you have a fixed mindset, you're not going anywhere in life. And if you do have a fixed mindset, it doesn't mean you're cooked. You can change it. But there really is people I cannot fathom, like I cannot wrap my mind around this, is that there really is people that see a goal they want to achieve and they actually think, they're like, there's no way I could do that. Like, what the fuck? Why would you think like that? Whatever you put out into the universe puts back into you. The universe gives back. The energy you put out, it gives back. If you're saying, oh, I can't do that, or that's not possible, or how is he holding a handstand? There's no way I would be able to do that. If you think like that, that's how you are going to be in reality. That's how it's going to be. If you think you can't pull a 10 out of 10 baddie, if you think you can't dunk, if you think you can't get jacked, that's what's going to happen, because that's the way you think. Your thoughts come to existence. Your thoughts come to reality. That's how much power the human mind has. And we don't even fucking realize it. Most people that are working these 9-to-5 jobs and office workers who have bellies and who are overweight, they put themselves in that situation and they can easily escape it as long as they believe in themselves and put in the work. That's how you do it. The energy you put out into the universe is going to give back. You have to already know you are going to be a millionaire. You have to already know you're going to be rich. You have to already know you're going to be able to take care and provide for your family. You have to already know you're going to be the best man you could possibly be. You're going to build good habits. You have to already know these things and then just implement on them. And once you know these things and once you implement on them, that's when you start seeing results. But you cannot, like I said, you cannot fiend for it. You can't be like, I need to get rich. I want it so bad. Why is it not happening? No, that's not how it works. Something called the law of detachment. You have to detach from reality. That's all it is. You have to detach your thoughts and your desires away from reality, and you have to already know what's going to come. So if you're trying to get in shape, if you are trying to make money, trying to be successful, and you want it so bad while you're working for it, you want to, oh, I need this, it's not going to happen. You have to already be like, okay, I'm putting in all my effort, right? I'm putting in all my effort. I'm going 100%. I'm behaving like that better version of myself. However, I don't need this because I already know it's going to come. I already know I'm going to get jacked. I already know I'm going to make a lot of money. That's how you have to think. But if you're so attached to everything, it's not going to actually come into existence because you're putting too much pressure in the universe that it's not going to actually react with you and be one with you. I already know it's going to happen and it will come. If you're putting in the hard work, if you are actually trying your very best, if you are trying your very best, there's no reason why you won't get to where you want to be. Most people say they're trying their very best. They sugarcoat shit, but they're not actually giving it their all. They know, you know if you could actually give it your all and put in your very best. You know if you are going all in. Don't even try to cap. Don't even try to lie. You know if you're going all in. The same thing goes for the law of attachment. Some people say they don't go hand in hand together, but they actually do. First, you have to detach from reality and already know, okay, life will treat me good as long as I am putting 100% effort and I already know it's going to happen. Now, with the law of attachment, you have to already not just know it's going to happen, but you have to basically be one with your goal. So, for example, you have to be one with putting in your 100%, getting in shape, basically already attaching yourself to, I already know I'm going to make money. I already know I'm going to get in shape. I already know I'm going to get six-pack abs and be jacked. I already know I'm going to be able to start a personal brand and be successful and make money off of it. I already know I'm going to be able to put in 100% work. And the more you can attach to these things, the more you can already be like, I want this and I'm going to make it happen without fiending for it or trying too hard, as in, you know, like I need. that's when it's going to happen. Now, there's one thing I want to say to you guys that's going to make perfect sense. As soon as you realize this, as soon as you realize how much you actually want to achieve something, as much as you want to breathe, that is when you will get what you want. As soon as you want something, as much as you want to breathe, that is when you will actually achieve what you want. And actually think about that, because we're breathing right now. But have you ever like held your breath? Like, actually, you can do it right now. I mean, don't pass out, but you can hold your breath for as long as you want, or put your head underwater and hold for as long as you want. And as soon as you feel that, like, I need to breathe, that's how much effort you should be putting into your goal. That's how much effort you should be actually putting into whatever you want to achieve. That is when it will happen. Attach your mindset to these goals and these desires, but already know it's going to happen. Put the thought out into the universe, but then detach yourself from needing it, if that makes sense. Detach yourself by already knowing it's going to come. Hopefully that makes sense and it's not conflicting, because like I said, there's two types of people in this world. You're either a go-getter or someone that just stays stagnant and doesn't move. You know, when I first started social media, I had no clue I was going to blow up. I didn't know what I was talking about right now. I didn't have the mindset I have now. I was just like, let me just start posting videos and try to help people out. And I just, you know, I was able to just get followers. All of a sudden it just hit. I was able to get like 65K. That's what I have currently right now. It's been about 5 months. It's awesome. But it's not about the followers. I could care less about the followers. It's awesome to have followers, but at the same time, I care if I'm putting out enough educational content that's actually helping people and giving people good knowledge that's going to benefit them in life. Am I actually helping people, or am I just another person that's posting bullshit just so people can fucking brain rot and scroll? That's not what I want to do. You get to choose what you want to do in life. You could be just, you know, an influencer, make funny videos and make people laugh and, you know, oh, this guy makes me happy. Or you could be someone that doesn't just make people happy, but you can make them actually get in shape and live longer and have a better lifestyle. And that's what I want to do. I don't just want to make content and be some, oh, this dude's funny or whatever. No, I want to be that guy that's like, this guy helped me get a 6-pack abs. This guy helped me stop smoking weed, showing up late, and help me be a better man. This guy has chivalry. This man has integrity. I want to be like this guy. That's the type of person I want to be, and that's the type of, you know, that's the type of people I want to surround myself with and help and turn people into a better version of themselves. So I know I've been posting mostly Raw Talk YouTube videos, and I had another video that was supposed to come out before today, but I just wanted to get this out right now because, you know, I hurt my back, and I know I have a lot of energy, but I really am in pain. I'm not going to lie. I had a lot of energy, and I just wanted to talk to the camera. It feels good right now. And I don't have a lot of views on YouTube, so many people aren't probably going to see this video as of right now, but I know in the future for a fact that this video will have thousands of views. It's inevitable. You know, I believe in myself. I have such a good energy. I feel like I have a good energy, and I'm trying to put good energy out into the world. So there's no reason why the world would not put the energy back into me and invest back into me. So I'm gonna call it quits right there, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you got a better perspective of reality and kind of like what I'm thinking. So until next time, peace.